bundles of talks at PDP National Secretariat. As a matter of fact, one of our correspondents on ground there has not been able to put their equipment together. Hello, guys.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. This is becoming something not expected. Senator Samuel Anyanwu is saying, I'm not going away by any means. A lot of talks at the PDP headquarters, and the talks are loyal to his commands. How do we move from here?
You see, our correspondent told me, Percy, that look, currently she's trying to move into safety with her equipment. That's to tell you how bad it is that Senator has resort to self-help. This is the level that how low they can go down to. Yes, you were suspended by the rules of the party. You can't have suspended another person, but you were not satisfied with that. All you need to do is to go there to destroy the party. Why is he taking talk to the party? What is his motive? You've been to court, you've written to police that your signature were forged, and all of that. All are attempt to ensure that the convention will not go ahead. But thank God for those who have stood up in PDP at this time. They said, call what may. PDP do not belong to anybody. PDP is a national, organization that belongs to all Nigerians who so wish to be member of the party. And they are saying, one man cannot hold us to ransom. The time of your leadership has ended. Your tenure, whether you like it or not, is ending. So when tenure ends, what party do they do? Party convention to elect new officials. Why are you particular about the party convention not holding?
Peter, I'm coming to you. PDP has given a lot of all these people so much. This is a really, really bad news that's happening right now. Even our correspondent just reported to us that she's running to safety with their cameras and all that, running to safety. They were not able to take even a proper coverage of the place. And talks, I claim to be loyal to Senator Samuel Anyanwu, have taken over the place. They got the ex-parte motion at the court. PDP said they are going to appeal that, and that's the normal procedure offense. What else do you want? Why going physical? Why attacking the National Secretariat? You have gone to court. You have done the best to stop them. They say, okay, we will appeal that case and have a stay of execution, and we'll continue with our convention. If you believe that their convention is illegal, why not stay by the side and trust the court process?
They don't believe in our institutions. They don't. But if they do, you would have waited out the process in fight in court. You would have waited out for the petition you wrote to DSS and Nigerian police about his signature being forged. This is a clear example that they do not believe in it. Because I don't see the reason why Anyanwu should, from what to head, it is alleged that these stores that are currently occupying PDP are on Anyanwu's order, that they're currently there. Why will he resort to self-help when he has filed a proper complaint to appropriate authority? Why would he do that? It shows the level of desperation, and this is resulted from when they made that mistake have been issued. What was the mistake? Anyanwu was signing the letter for the convention. That was a mistake his camp made, and they've been working over time to see how to remedy it. And from all legal means, they knew that they might not get what they desire through legal process. Now they are resorting to self-help. Now they want to occupy PDP. You have been suspended. If you feel it's wrong for them to suspend you, what do you do? Seek a legal alternative to it. Go to court and challenge it. Not to send them to self-help.
Alright, this is a call to Nigerian police in case they have not responded immediately. There is a crisis currently going on at PDP National Secretariat. People are running their taskets and trying to get their safety anywhere they can. So we hope you respond as quickly as possible. We will not continue to allow talks and self-help determine how we go. The other day, the government even said those who are protesting peacefully should leave the streets and go to the court and get the right, get their voices heard and get the right judgment if they believe in the process they are chasing. Now, somebody who had actually gotten a court order, you think your court order will not be appealed? Appealing court order is part of the legal process.
You see, the funny aspect is that you've gotten an order.
if you get a court order, what you do is to go and execute it, enforce it. Is it that you enforce a court order with dogs? They are proper channel to enforce court order. And what are you going to enforce this order against? So this is what, like I said, this shanty group of people who call themselves the owner of PDP have discovered that, look, no matter how they try, if they want to follow the due process, they will not get to it, because in the first place they have nothing before the law. They are just trying to, use the law to achieve what is not right. And the law is an axe. It comes from both sides, and there are processes. It's not something you just go to the court today and say, do this. Now you have gone to court and this will be restrained. You have got that order. Yes, that's the order. And it's the court of first instance. These people have a right to appeal whether the ruling or the judgment or the order. And they said to agree to appeal it. And we'll go ahead with our convention, because there's nothing stopping them from going ahead with the convention. Because the court never give a judgment that even if he gets a judgment, sometimes he can still appeal, because there's still time. Exactly. So when they have seen that this is the position where they find themselves, you can see those who are crying that, look, people should not protest. Those who will fight day and night. I did remember when the protest for hunger strike and bad government would go on in this town, the Minister of SC said no protest. Day and night to see that there is no protest. It is the same Sagawa who you cannot separate from Wike that is organizing talk to protest in PDP when Wike has said there should be no protest. So where is the Wike today? What has happened to his statement that there should be no protest? Okay, let me come to you what happened in the National Assembly not too long ago. They went to court. The court made a declaration that the punishment meted to Natasha was excessive, actually telling them to reinstate her order. They say it was an advice. They appealed and asking them, though that has been solved now, asking them why not reinstate Natasha. They say the process is still ongoing. I mean, why go to take over PDP secretariat? You have an order. The order will be appealed. Even though you have a substantive judgment, it will still be appealed. And until there's an order that becomes the law, nothing was going to happen to their convention. Why are they not patient anymore? Why are they going ahead to enforce what is not right for enforcement?
I said earlier, it's self-help. They've seen they've come to the dead end. Because they again has time to say.
Do you also think that they know that Supreme Court has said that anything concerning party administration, we have no jurisdiction? Is it because they know that even when they try to pursue this to the end, the court, by the last judgment we had on Labour Party, they are going to still refer them back to their internal conflict resolution mechanism?
Thank you. You are aware of it. So them too, they are smart. They are aware of this scenario just painted. And in Nigeria, we want to talk about impoverishing people. We don't get it. Recognizing poverty, don't get it. This is a clear example. Because people are so poor, you could go to Jabi and pay 1,000, carry crowd. If people are waiting in cage, if people are waiting to you can't just easily hire a crowd. They be poverty into this poverty to a less level so that they could easily get these people handy to do their bidding. So we should look at this critically. Why is it that the police and PDP secretaries are not doing nothing? For what they are standing idle. They allow this to do so. But when this crowd came, they should have called for reinforcement. They should have called for help. But they no. They allowed them to overwhelm them. And they're going to their party. For what we've heard also, they are destroying PDP's property. Not a standard PDP members led by Anyanwu. This clearly shows, like what I said earlier, they do not believe in our system. They don't. They only believe it when it favors them. They look at the they say they are losing edge. What do we do? Let's look for another means to disrupt this thing happening. Let's make sure that they don't have an office where they can meet and plan for the convention. Let's destroy them from the main goal. That's what they're doing. And hopefully, I hope they fail.
Do you think there are going to be serious consequences? You see, you said it all because it is a clarion call on the Nigerian police for crying out loud for the first time. Let them perform their duty. What is the duty of Nigerian police? To keep law and order. These PDP people are going on about their lawful duty. They are carrying out their lawful businesses of politicking in their own office, planning for their convention. And secretariat others has organized to come and disrupt them. And the Nigerian police are nowhere to be found. And here they are destroying the PDP property. Who is going to pay for them? At the end of the day, they will say, oh no, it's some hoodlums. How are they hoodlums? Who brought them in there? The Nigerian police to wake up to their responsibility and for kind of they to go to the PDP office right now and save the situation and save PDP property from being destroyed by Ayahu and his gang. Swipe on people attempting to cover what is going on and all that. I mean, if you are so sure that what you're doing is right, why make effort to prevent cameras from covering what you're doing?
Because if you're not coming to cover it, they'll reveal the truth. They'll show faces of those involved.
But they claim to be doing the right thing.
No, they try to hide their face in the dark. What do I say? That just eyewitnesses are mentioning these names, but there's no video now to show they were there. That's what they're trying to hide. They're trying to hide their identity. So at the end of the day, they'll say it's hoodlums that came into their place. But these hoodlums are invited. They are
loyal to somebody.
They are invited.
They didn't pay themselves.
Somebody brought them there. Somebody conveyed them from what they
had.
And if
police go there right now, they can get them arrested.
Police go there
and investigate and find out who paid them to be there.
But they won't do that. Because they order somebody's payroll. What they're going to do, they're going to show that secretariat. They'll make sure that the Magu chairman of the PDP will not have access. The Ayahu group will not have access. They will work to favor the Ayahu group. That's the Nigerian police idea. This is not locked down. Okay, let me tell you, this is almost something that happened in SDP. That's what I was going to say. It's similar to what happened in SDP. What happened? SDP chairman was carrying out his lawful duty, Shehu Gaban, dutifully in his office. When the day secretary, Ulu Aguloyi, with his court member, they concluded themselves, connived with the police and seal up the secretariat. When the chairman tried to gain access to the secretariat, the Nigerian police deprived the lawful man. Up until now, if you go to INEC server, the man's name is still there as the chairman of SDP. But meanwhile, the man cannot gain access to his office, his lawful office. And the Nigerian police are aiding and abetting Olu Aguloyi to remain in the office. So it's the same thing that is going to play out in PDP because they've seen that they've succeeded with SDP. They have brought that same scenario to PDP. They are going to aid secretariat to occupy PDP and chase away the lawful chairman of PDP and the other officials who are planning how they can transit, from this government to another government of the party so that they can plan for the, forthcoming general election. You see, when we say that this government is trying to weaponize this country into a one-party state, they said, they are Democrat, they believe in democracy and all of that, and the opposition parties will manage themselves. For today, we know it's a no fact to all son and son that Wike is claimed to be PDP, but it's an APC man who is working tirelessly to destroy PDP. And Ayahu is found a tool in Ayahu to be used to do that. And Ayahu is doing it perfectly well. But don't forget, we're in a country, and Obasanjo has said that this country is sitting in a keg of gunpowder. Whatever they are doing today, let them go. And then they remember there's tomorrow. All right, I was going to come to you. I was listening to Alhaji Shehu Gaban Musa, the national chairman of SDP, when he was saying that at a point he had to tell the commissioner of police at that time, not the current one, at that time, to come and register with SDP, to become an SDP member, since he has interest in the matter. The person recognized by the INEC register as the national chairman till today is Alhaji Shehu Gaban. And the commissioner of police, the police even wrote to INEC, get them showing that Shehu Gaban is the chairman of SDP. Yet the police are aiding Aguloyi and his corps to remain in that office. So when you see something like this being aided by the police, you see a picture like what we saw a few months ago, where police retirees were protesting. How do you balance both? Because you are aiding something that's going to make our country not work for everybody. And when you retire, you suddenly realize you are part of the country. Isn't police not ashamed of what is happening? They might not be ashamed because that's what they call state capture. They've been captured. So if you look at police, they are human beings there, they are individuals there, and they're meant to obey the last order. It's like civilians that have their own free will. The most times they are governed by their code of ethics. And that code of ethics is for you to respect the command. Probably the command given to them now is to stay away.
I mean, the command has leadership.
And then there's something, this commander has been, state can say something, the state captured. So that they are beginning to the tune of the person that have captured them. And the command now is that let these dogs have their free will. But
let me come to you. In all this, there are consequences for this. Remember, the killings has been going on, for example. They never ran helter-skelter until Trump. It took a president of America far, far away. Who, if you bring out a map of Africa and tell Trump to point to Nigeria, he might not even get it correctly. I'm not joking. It's that. He might not even get it correctly. But at the end of the day, it took his voice to have all politicians in Nigeria to start speaking. But I saw what Onanuga posted, saying that the president is ahead of everybody, knowing that it is time to attend to this insecurity. Unlike him, before he used to tell us that insecurity has become, have been attended to. That insecurity is all over. That we don't have that anymore. So, do we continue to aid this nonsense until we have another bigger voice again? God forbid. We had a fake rumor the last time about people being involved in coup. This is supposed to be those who fought and wanted democracy. Look at what we are doing to our democracy. Do you think there are greater consequences to this? And these actors are not seeing it.
Yeah. The first move that the Americans spoken about, recently, I was discussing with somebody off camera. I know the person, they are just beginning. Overlap them in. I know them. They will not stop there. But they are aware. They are rep in Nigeria. You give them feedback of what is happening in their political space. No particular party is driving this except the APC. So I'm sure they have that report. With this Christian genocide, they move a little bit further. They must ask questions. Especially Government Trump, right? They will ask questions. How come the parties in Nigeria are not striving? How come everybody's moving to APC? They will raise those questions because Americans want democracy in every country. Yes, is it suitable to us? That's the question for another day. But today, we've decided to practice democracy. Democracy is a public, is a play of choice. People have to decide where they want to belong into. You cannot boast everybody in. You cannot hand twist every person. This is what this government is doing. It is hand twisting every party. They have set confusion. They have set problems in every party. And they're using state apparatus to do that. Why will police not stand up and defend PDP secretariat?
Let me come to you, Philip. If PDP suddenly have awoken from the sleep, which I stayed out, but if they have, do you think this caricature of taking over their physical secretariat or whatever is going to prevent their convention coming?
Well, to a large extent.
And follow up to that, do you think the police is going to find reason to actually take over the secretariat and say nobody's going to get in or allow whoever they like to get in? You see, they are doing it successfully with SDP, yes, and nothing has happened.
The Nigerian police will do just that because they have, the SDP was like an experiment that is now successful. When those of you who are in science, especially chemistry student, when you carry out the experiment and it's successful, you are bound to try
to repeat it
in another form. So SDP experiment was very successful. Today, Gabon can now access the office. Agulu and his cause are gallivanting, publishing all manners of news. They suspend, Gabon in July. They suspend him again in October. Every day they are suspending Gabon. So, and the police are aiding them. You understand? So that is an experiment they have carried out. So you don't expect anything different from what they did in SDP in PDP. But the difference here is that PDP have written to INEC, they have met all the requirements, including IAU signing the letter as required by law to notify INEC of the date of the convention and the venue of the convention. So the convention will go on. But don't forget, this is a state capture. When the Afenifere group told us that Tinubu has captured the state, that Nigeria should be aware, if we don't wake up, this is how his own people, Afenifere, they said it. This is what is playing out. But because somebody told us that the first thing they did is institutional capture. They have captured institutions such as the police, the DSS, and all of that. Because these are institutions that are supposed to be very, very dependent, including INEC. Don't forget, INEC is captured. So if the police is captured and they go to Ibadan for convention, what next they will do? They will organize talk to go there and cause more chaos. Because this is the beginning of what they are going to do. They They are just telling us that, look, if you come to Ibadan, we kill you, and nothing will happen. All right, because that's where they're headed. Because listen what you say. I've seen in Lagos when ADC, when you have a convention, their meetings, they wanted to meet for the venue, they've arranged chairs, day of the venue, police were there, doors came and scattered the whole venue. So I wouldn't be surprised if what you said, if this is happening in Ibadan. So PDP should, as of today, you write to police, put them in notice. Whether you write them or put them in notice, let there be a record that we did this. Because if they don't, doors will come in and mission is over.